All right. Just checking. I believe we are now live. It is thinking. It's not telling me we're live. Yes, we are live. And welcome to the Ethical Direct Sellers Association launch weekend. I am thrilled to be here. My name is Trudy Pavlovsky. I am a happiness technician and I'm also a social retailer. So my direct seller thing is liquid collagen, because in my coaching practice, I'm all about supporting the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual development of people as they tune in to their purpose. And one of the reasons I was so excited to be speaking to you today is because I meet so many people who are in direct marketing, social retailing, whatever you want to call it, who have so much excitement and so much to give with these businesses, but sometimes behind the scenes, what's going on in the head stops the business from actually really taking off. And if you have any questions, please pop them in the question box as we go through. And if you are watching the replay, put hashtag replay and pop your questions in there as well, and I'll be able to come back and answer them as we go. So if anybody's there, I've got 2 little lives up, so feel free to pop a heart in the comments or say hello in the comments, and I'm going to get stuck into it. So I'm going to cover off 4 things today. So I'm going to talk about your vision and your purpose for your business. I'm going to talk about the checkpoints in your brain that are actually either helping you or hindering you from achieving your goals in your business so you can get your A game on and ramped up for summer. I'm going to talk about mindset and metaphysics. They're the laws of the universe. You can either work with them or ignore them, but either way, they're still working. And I think they're a great foundation for people in business. And I'm going to have a little bit of a chat about beliefs. I saw earlier there was an awesome live on handling rejection, which is something, let's face it, we all have to deal with that in this. So I'm not going to talk about rejection today. Go back and have a look for the tapping live to help you manage with that as well. Shall we get into it? All right. Let's start with your vision and your purpose for your direct selling business. I know what it's like when you sign up for something new and you're excited. You've seen the people ahead of you, they're doing all these amazing things with their business, and you're like, yes, I want to be a part of that, right? But then stuff happens and things don't work out as quickly, or you get rejected, and you stop thinking about the vision. You stop tapping into your purpose, that purpose that you had when you first signed up. And it gets hard, and that's why so many people drop out of their business. Lovely to see you here, Tracy. So something that I really want to remind everybody of, when things do feel a little tough, a little challenging, when other people seem to be getting results and you're not, and you're still showing up and doing the work, don't give up, right? I want you to think about the reason that you joined. And I think when you have a reason that's bigger than yourself, and it's like, I just want to make money, I like the products, I just want to make money. If you can find within yourself a reason that's bigger than you, the vision, and I would suggest you write that vision for your business up on the wall. What is your purpose doing? What is that real driving purpose? You know, I know for me, having used collagen, look how long my nails are, that was a game changer for me. That brought me back to the direct selling industry because it tied in with what I was doing, but it gave a greater purpose and a greater meaning to it than just paying for my products. And knowing that how people struggle with health, for example, and I know there's lots of different health people out there doing different things with their direct selling business. What is your purpose? What is that driver? And allow that to be something that moves you forward when things do feel a little tough or a little challenging. Am I right? Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. Have you got your vision on the wall? Have you sat down and really thought about the purpose you have for your business and why you started? And it doesn't have to be when times are challenging. Do it when times are good. Allow that to just continue to elevate and drive your energy. I think that's one thing that we lose sight of when we go into direct selling, because it's very easy to get caught up in the day-to-day. I have to post, I have to message, I have to do this, I have to do the follow-up, and we lose our energy around our businesses. And so the next thing leading into that, when we're setting our goals and we're doing the list of tasks, I wanted to talk about the brain, right? Brain stuff is my jam. I love it, right? But when I learned what I'm about to share with you, it really transformed how I showed up in my business. It made a huge difference, because traditionally we're taught to set goals from a very conscious, front of brain, do the thing, take the action kind of approach. And for some people that works. And I'm very happy for people that works for. But unfortunately, it doesn't work for everyone. So when we're thinking about our goals for our business, what it is we want to create, especially coming up for summer, right? If you're in Australia, we're in spring, it's going to get nice and warm, coming up to Christmas. People will hopefully, with all these lockdowns sort of chilling out a bit, be able to go to the beach, be able to be social again. Like, I'm based in Melbourne, if anyone's curious. So now is like that time. What are the goals? And we can do all the very logic-driven stuff, but I want you to start utilizing your whole brain approach, right? So I'm going to talk about 3 levels of the brain here. So we have the reptilian part of the brain, we have our midbrain, and we have our neocortex. And then when they all work together to create goals for your business and to help you take action, it's a heck of a lot easier. You just get stuff done, right? It's cool. That's what we want, for everything to flow and be seamless and to be easy. But here's the thing, right? If you start here with this logic part of your brain and set these goals, and they haven't filtered through the reptilian complex and the midbrain, this is why it's hard. So when you're looking at the things you want to create in your business, and whether that's, calling 10 people a week, or messaging, or doing certain posts, or posting pictures of yourself with your products, because I know for some people that can feel really challenging. You want to start working with your reptilian complex, this part of your brain. This is your survival part of the brain here, the first part of your brain that developed. Now, it filters in a very interesting way, because this brain, part of the brain, and your ego mind wants you to be safe. And by keeping you safe, that means you don't expand, you don't grow, you're not challenged. It keeps you locked in this space of what is known, because that keeps you alive, right? It's got all the evidence you're alive. So when we're looking at what we want to create with our business, and planning online parties and having events for our things, right? This is what we need to reassure our reptilian part of our brain, the survival part of our brain. We need to reassure it that there's nothing to fear. We need to remove doubt around it, whatever it is that we want to create. We need to make sure that this part of our brain knows that there's no complication. We want to show it that it's not dangerous. We need to remove any suspicion out of what it is that we want to do, any uncertainty, and surprisingly, boredom. This part of our brain doesn't want to be bored. So in every action, every goal, every plan that you're making for your direct selling business, you want to make sure that it's going to be fun, that you've got certainty around the technology or whatever it is that you're doing. You don't need to feel suspicious about it. So this is where it's really important to understand the vision and purpose of your company, their ethics, their standards. You need to make sure that it's not going to be dangerous. Remove all of the complications. So this is where it's really important. And this is why I love Tracy so much. She adds so much support and value in her group that's going to help you remove the complication, the doubts you have, the fear. And, this is where whoever's recruited you for your business, make sure that they're really supporting you, and make sure you're asking lots of questions. So there is no boredom, uncertainty, suspicion, fear, doubt, danger, complication, or anything like that. Because if you've got this reptilian part of your brain, which controls 80% of your energy, 80% of your energy, and is also in charge of all of your unconscious behaviors and actions, you want to get that part of your brain on side. So just let me know if this is making sense, if you're finding it interesting or not. Like I said, I love this stuff. But then you go into the midbrain, right? So this is the part of the brain that's going to pattern match, like with the reptilian complex. Is it safe? Have we seen this before? Like, what is the imagery around it? So this is where it's important in your day-to-day. Yes, you've got your vision and your purpose, and you know the big goals you want to create. But this is where you break it down and make it really easy, really simple. Like in the next 4 weeks, I'd like to have 1 new client on the goal to hitting 50. And have images in your mind of how that will look in your life. You know, you might make an extra $100 in that week or an extra 50. So while you've still got the big vision and the purpose behind it, allowing your midbrain the ability to match things into where you're at with a steady, consistent growth, that's going to help you achieve your goals. Because if you have those two parts of your brain rocking and going, yep, cool, this is good, when it comes to setting the actual goal with your neocortex, the goals you do set will be so much more easier to achieve. So let me know if you have any questions about that part, because I'm going to move on to the third thing that I was here to talk about. And you'll see how all of this stuff will start to lock in. Anyway, I'm going to have a sip of my water. I get super excited about this stuff. Next, we're going to talk about mindset and metaphysics. Now, don't freak out. Metaphysics isn't some sort of spiritual woo-woo thing that's, you know, freaky. Universal law, metaphysical law, these are the laws of the universe. Like, it's just how the world, the universe, it all functions. Now, pop a heart in the comments if you've heard of law of attraction, right? Now, spiritual people have known about the power of frequency and energy and vibration for years, right? Science is now caught up. So I won't go into huge amounts of detail, but the law of vibration is everything is always moving. Everything is always vibrating. You know, things might look solid, but if you looked at it under a microscope, it'd all be like everything moves. And in that movement, this is me doing movement, it sends out a frequency, right? So your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions, your day-to-day stuff, it's sending out a frequency. So why is this important for your business and getting your A game all set up for, you know, the coming festive season, which is a great time to be really loving on your direct selling business. Because if your vibration and frequency is not at a higher level, and I'm going to talk about some of these universal metaphysical laws, you're pushing away what it is that you want to call in with your business. So let me explain. We're going to go from a place of need to a place of desire, a place of requirement. When we're in a space of neediness, and I've been in this space as well, there is absolutely zero judgment. Trust me, zero judgment. Zero judgment around this. When we are needy, the energy that we're sending out, our frequency, our vibration is considered quite low. And people feel that. Because the interesting thing about vibration and frequency is like attracts like. So for those of you that are into the law of attraction, those of you that aren't, it's like when you think, I desperately need clients, I've got no money, need, desperate, that energy repels people and it just attracts more ways to have no money, right? Because this is also how your brain processes information as well. So it's this amazing energetic mental web that we can weave that actually unconsciously stops us from hitting our goals in our business. I know, freaky, right? So we've got the law of attraction, and the law of attraction teaches you that, you know, if you sit under a hill, I'm pretty sure most people have seen The Secret. If you sit under the hill, and you meditate and you wait for $1 million, surely that $1 million will fall into your lap. Well, if it did that, it would crush you. But anyway, but that's not how it works. You've got to get your energy and your vibration up to a certain level. You still have to take action, right? So you want to be aware of the law of repulsion, which is need versus desire. If you are desperate energy when you are posting, when you are talking to people, if you're in this desperate energy, you will repel the exact thing you want to create. And so this is why it's so important, you know, having your vision and your purpose and remembering when the times are tough to step out of need and step into the vision, step into the feeling of your vision, of your purpose, of what it is you want to create with your business. Because we all have moments where it feels like it absolutely sucks and it's not going to go anywhere. I have those moments. You know, other businesses I've left behind because I didn't understand staying in those moments was repelling the thing that I really wanted, right? So this is where, yes, you've got your resources for your business, you've got your promotional things, you've got the dates in the calendar for your events, but this is really the next thing of being really aware about your own energy, because there's a universal law called the law of correspondence. As within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. And what that means is how you're thinking and feeling about your business, about how you're posting, about what you're doing, and the energy behind it. This is why it can show up in your world as rejection, or as attraction, or as success, or as struggle, right? So when you're working on your business, you want to get yourself into the best mental, emotional, and energetic state that you possibly can, which is why I talked about vision and purpose at the start. Because if you can, in those moments, step yourself into, well, this is how it feels when I've got those clients. This is how it feels when I've got a great commission check. This is how it feels when I can say to my children, yes, we do have enough money for a holiday this year. Whatever it is, whatever your vision, your purpose, you know, whatever legacy it is that you want to leave, that's going to elevate your energy. So when you do need to take those steps and you've set the goal in the right way, or if you're getting rejected, you'll feel better. Because, you know, like I said at the start of the live, you know, Tracy's amazing with the support that she offers, because too many people start a direct selling business and for whatever reason, they stop. So be really, really aware of that energy when you're posting. So for example, if I'm creating content, whether for my business or my direct selling business, if I'm not in a good frame of mind, which doesn't happen very often for me, but if I'm feeling tired or a little cranky, or, you know, I do fasting, and if, you know, I've still got to wait another hour for my window to open, and I'm like, you know what? I don't post. I'll go for a walk. I'll go give my partner a hug. I'll cuddle my cats. I'll do whatever I need to do to get myself back in a better frame of mind before I post. So that might be a bit full on for some people, but I hope you'll reflect on it, right? Because your vision and your purpose allows you to step beyond yourself and make what you're doing bigger than you, you know, only making money. But we are allowed to make money. We've got those checkpoints in the brain. So when we're setting our goals around our business, we want to make sure there's no fear, doubt, complication, danger, suspicion, uncertainty, or boredom. Remove all of those. That's going to help you really set your goals and have a realistic vision that you can step along to get to the big one. Be aware of your energy and how you're feeling when you post. So whether or not you believe in metaphysics and law of vibration, attraction, repulsion, correspondence, or whatever, do me a favor, be aware of your energy when you post, because it does make a huge difference. And I want to talk about one more thing before I finish up. Beliefs. beliefs and values. They'll both sort of come into play, but the main thing is beliefs. Because we sign up for our businesses and we start and we're excited and everything, but what we may not realize or what we may not be focused on clearing is underlying beliefs around what we're doing. Now, I've been in Facebook groups where people have basically said anyone who does a direct marketing business is some kind of loser because they're not creating their own business or their own products or their own things. I've left a couple of groups. I've had some very interesting discussions with people. I'm not always popular for speaking my mind, but I'm passionate about this industry and it being done well. So that just showed me that there is a lot of beliefs that were set in the 70s and the 80s, that they're all pyramid schemes, that they're all blah, blah, and, the only person that really wins is the person at the top. And, we've come a long way since those days, but a lot of people haven't come along with us to those beliefs. So you want to understand how your beliefs and how people's beliefs are going to impact your ability to show up on your A game and run a successful direct marketing business. So let's look at the beliefs of those around you. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be really skeptical. And something that when I first got into direct marketing, something that the lady that recruited me said, she goes, I never sell directly to friends first. She goes, I go find people that I don't have a relationship and I don't know, and I work with them first. Because if you've got family and friends that don't have solid positive beliefs around what a direct marketing business is, their beliefs are going to drive their reaction to you. Now, they'll think they're coming from a place of love and care and what are you doing? I don't think these things work. Like, why don't you go get a job? Blah, blah, blah. So we give them love and we send them on their way and we keep focused on what we're doing. And if people are making you feel bad about your business, if you're not in Tracy's group already, if you're not in the ethical direct sellers group already, jump in it because you'll get heaps of support there. Because not everyone's going to understand your vision, your purpose, why you're doing it. You might want to share it, and I would suggest from a marketing perspective, start sharing that stuff on your personal profile, your page, however you're promoting your products. Let people see that big vision and see if that softens them. But we want to be aware of how other people's beliefs can impact our results. The second thing, your beliefs. What's going on in your brain? What are your beliefs? So I grew up, for example, with the whole thing, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard for your money. And that was just because that's what my mum and my stepdad had grown up with. That's how they lived their life. But quite often people don't realize what they're putting onto you, and they don't realize the potential negative effect as you get older. So I encourage everyone to have a look at their childhood beliefs. Could your childhood beliefs stop you from getting onto your A game in time for Christmas? Because ultimately, you need to be on your A game pretty soon if you want to capitalize on Christmas. Because in Australia, for example, post and delivery could be a little bit delayed. So I would suggest, what are your beliefs? What needs to go? What needs to clear? So I was raised in this belief that, to be safe and stable in life, you had to have a job. You worked your way up the corporate ladder. I worked my way up to a national sales role in retail, got to the top and was just like, I'm so unhappy. But I'd lived my life for so many years under the influence of other people's beliefs and how they thought I should show up and what I should do. And it was all done with love and there's no judgment. But you want to make sure your beliefs, and let's phrase it like this. Your beliefs are formed, like solid beliefs are formed around the age of 7, 6 to 8, sometimes up to 10. So would you let a 7-year-old tell you how to live your life? Chances are no. But chances are, if you haven't done any belief work, any transformational change work, excuse me, a lot of what you're doing is unconsciously being driven by beliefs from when you were 7. That's not always great. Just put it that way. Because now you're an adult and you have a very different perception, very different perspective, very different maturity level. But if you've still got all the wiring and neurology and the beliefs from childhood guiding you on how you progress in your life, in your business, in your relationships, and that part of your brain and your ego and all of that's connecting together in a space that wants to keep you safe, that's going to contract you. It's going to make it more challenging to go out there and take action on your goals. It's going to be harder for you to stand up strong when people do tell you that negative things about your business. If they do, hopefully they don't. I really, really hope you are surrounded by the most supportive family, friends, people, everyone. But I know not everyone is. So have a look at those beliefs that are driving you and find ways to get support to move past them. Because all of the people I see that are super, super successful in their direct selling businesses have a very clear vision. They're absolutely utilizing their mindset, their energy, their focus, and all of these things to support them to show up every day consistently, post, invite, offer, do whatever their business needs to do. And they have a deep sense of contentment within themselves. And they're very aware of the beliefs and things that are potentially shaping them and shaping their actions. And I really want everyone who's invested time, energy, heart, emotion, whatever it is, into their direct selling business to have every single opportunity to be successful. So I'll just do a quick review. Remember, what is your vision? What is the purpose you had for getting involved in this business? Make it bigger than just you making money. Let it be local, community, country-based, global, whatever it is, but let it be something bigger. Be aware of when you're setting goals that there's a level of safety in it, that they're not complicated. Keep it easy, keep it fun. Remember to have fun in your business, because fun and celebration automatically raises your energy and your vibration. So when you are doing the things, you're going to attract, not repel, what it is that you want, what you desire for the outcomes for your business. And just be aware of beliefs as they show up, because they can be tricky little things. You can think, yep, my beliefs are all good, almighty fine. And then, okay, something will come up to clear. But remember, with any of this, no shame, no fear, no guilt, no judgment around it. Your beliefs, your actions, your goals, whatever they are, they're you. And you've made a commitment to yourself, to your family, to your business partners, whoever, to live an amazing life. And that, my friend, makes you worthy. So thank you so much for watching the live. I'm looking forward to answering any questions. Thank you again, Tracy, for inviting me to speak. As you can see, I have a lot to say, but I was only allocated half an hour, and I had a last minute content change. So I think we've done pretty good. But I'm going to end the live, and I just wish you all the success with your business. Thanks for watching. Ending the live, ending.